stomach hurts. I think I ate too many chips earlier and my stomach is just not feeling it. Hi, how are you? I thought it would be fun to do a book haul because I have bought a lot of books recently and I've never done one. Have I done one? No. I've done clothing hauls, but I've never done book hauls before, so welcome to my first book haul. I'm gonna put a little disclaimer. I've been collecting these for a couple months. Yeah, a couple months actually, and a lot of these books I did get on sale. I don't typically buy books. I like using my library system. I'm not trying to sound like I'm better than anybody. Oh my god, that sounds like I have a moral high ground. Like, I just love using the library and using my systems, and I fucking hate capitalism. Like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. I do love owning books. I just don't have room for books, evident by all of them being on my floor right now. All on my floor. So let's talk about some books. A couple of months ago, I visited my friend, and she lives a couple hours away from me, and we went to a Books A Million, which if you don't know, I turn up at a Books A Million. And these are the two books that I got there. So the first book I got was Neon Gods by Katie Roberts. If you don't know me, I freaking love Greek mythology. It's like literally one of my favorite things to like talk about, honestly, and to learn about. I think it's just so interesting. And this is a Greek mythology retelling of Persephone and Hades. It's like a smut book with Greek mythology, and I said sign me up. And then the next book I have is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I wasn't intending to get this, but this was on sale and my friend had a membership to Books A Million, and she was like, hey, you just want to use my membership? And I said sure. So then I went to another Books A Million when my boyfriend and I went to the beach, and he bought me some books for our anniversary. I also bought some books because they were having a good sale. They had like, I think it was buy two get the third for free. I got A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. I loved one of Bridget Kemmerer's books, and I know this one was super popular on Book Talk. I don't know what this is about, but I loved her writing in the last book that I read from her, so I'm really excited to read. I've already read this, but I got Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. If you want to go see my 24-hour readathon, that's where I read it. Loved it. It was cute. And the last book that I got in this deal was Furyborn by Claire Legrand. I actually was listening to the audiobook of this and I never finished it, so I figured I would give it a whirl, see if it's any good. Plus I actually love the cover, although ignore my sweaty ass hand marks on it. Okay, and these are the books that I got for like $6, I think. So these are also from Books A Million. I got Una Out of Order by Margarita. Is it Margarita or Marguerite? I'm so sorry. Margarita. Am I crazy? Is it Margarita? Like the drink? I'm gonna say it's Margarita. Sorry. I love that. Margarita, mon amour. But this sounded really interesting. I saw one of my favorite book talkers or booktubers. She got this book pretty recently, I think. And I don't know if she read it or anything, but it sounded good and it looks really cute. So I'm excited to read it. It looks fun. And then I got some classic books. I got Emma by Jane Austen. I love Pride and Prejudice. It's one of my favorite classics, and I heard that Emma is like, everyone says that Emma is her best book, so I'm going to be reading this. Like I said, I love me some Greek mythology. So I have the Odyssey and the Iliad by Homer. I've read the Odyssey, but I don't think I've ever read the Iliad, but it's been a really long time since I've read the Odyssey. I got them, plus I just love the covers of them. So I got some random books from Target. This is the book I've already read, The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I think I read this in July, so it's already up. Reading wrap up if you want to know my thoughts. I really liked it. It was cute. I bought The Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe. I have not read this yet, but I'm so excited. I've heard so many good things about this book, and I'm really excited, and I just haven't read it yet. Now we're going to talk about books that I got from Goodwill. Sometimes I'll go into Goodwill and I'll look around in the book section, and I actually found 3 books. I found Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. I don't know what Catch-22 is about, and honestly, I don't know if I'll like it because I read the back of it as soon as I bought it, because I was like, oh my gosh, wow, Catch-22. I know this is a classic book. It's in really good condition. It's in really pristine condition, and I got it for $1. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna grab it. But I read the back and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but I got it anyways. So hype me up in the comments and see that Catch-22 is really good or whatever. And then I have The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. I've never read The Secret Life of Bees, and it's got the movie cover on it, which I hate movie covers. I hate when books do that. Pisses me off, honestly. But I was willing to look past it because this was also like $1 or $2 or something. And the last book that I have is Never Let Me Go by Kazuo. I don't know his name. Kazuo Ishiguro. I hate myself because I love this book so much. I actually read this book for an English literature class like my senior year of high school, and I loved it so much. So I saw this at Goodwill and I was like, I don't have that, and I loved this book. I want to reread it because I remember really enjoying it. So I also got that as well. Whew, I'm hot. Anyone else hot? I'm hot. It's hot in my room right now. Ugh. These last few books are from Book Outlet, which is like a book website thrift store, I guess. I don't know, it's not thrift books or anything, but like I think these are books that they find like they come in like a surplus, and these are just the overstock they get, I think. I'm not sure. Not sponsored, but it should be. First I got is Pet by Awa. I'm so bad. I hate pronouncing people's names because I don't want to disrespect anybody, but I genuinely don't know how to say this. I saw a girl on Book Talk. I actually follow her. Her name's Tori, I believe. She talked about how this is such an amazing book, and I saw this on Book Outlet for like $3 or $4, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it. I've heard it's good. She raved about this book. So do I know what it's about? Not really. Next I have is Daughters of Sparta by Claire Haywood. My Greek mythology nerd's really popping off in this book haul. I didn't realize how many Greek mythology books I've gotten. It's about Helen of Troy, which if you don't know who Helen of Troy is, I mean, you probably know, but like she's the one that started the Trojan War. Yeah, that's part of the Iliad. So I'm really excited because this is supposed to be told in the perspective of Helen and her sister, and it kind of just tells about how Greek times were for women. I got 2 books from the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I got the first one, and then I have the second one, which is called Good Girl Bad Blood, which is called Good Girl Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. I read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder already, but I have not finished the second book. And honestly, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, when I was reading this one, it's a good book, but I definitely was skimming the story and not really reading it. So I'm going to reread this and then start the second one. Now this next book was a fail for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and share it, even though I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of it or not because this is such a fail. But I have A Sky Beyond the Storm by Tahari. Why this is a fail is because this is part of a series that I have not read before. It's called An Ember in the Ashes series, and this is the 4th book of that series. And for some reason, I thought this was the first book of that series. I thought I remember seeing this cover on TikTok, and I just bought it because I've seen it on TikTok. That's the curse of TikTok. Buying shit that you really don't know anything about, and it's actually the 4th book in a series that I bought. I'm gonna read the first book of this series and see if I like it. I have no idea what this is about. I don't even know if I'll like this book. I already contacted, the good thing that Book Outlet did that I'm gonna give them a little shout out for. I told them I accidentally bought this book when I thought this was the first book, and they refunded me my money, and they said that I didn't need to return it. I could just donate it, or I could just give it to a friend or keep it or do whatever. I got my $5 back. So that was nice of Book Outlet. Thank you, Book Outlet, for being nice and giving me money back, even though I probably didn't deserve it because I was just being a dumbass. These last books I'm super excited about. The next book I have, ooh, I need to tear that off. I'll tear that off later. But I have House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. I am so excited about this. Every person that I've heard talk about this has really liked it. So I'm really excited. I'm very intrigued by it. Sounds really good. Here's a sticker. I hate stickers on books. It's like my biggest pet peeve in life. Oh my god. I think if I had like a hell, you know, like if you watch Lucifer on Netflix, you know how like once you go to hell and stuff, you have like your hell loop and stuff. Well, if I go to hell, my hell loop would definitely be just trying to take off stickers on books. Hardcover or paperback books. Oh my god, that's the worst. At least hardcover books kind of help. Paperback books on stickers on paperback books gets me riled up. And then the thing is, it would never like come off easily. It would be one of those stickers that would come off in itty bitty pieces. That is hell for a reader. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'm excited. Next book I have is None Shall Sleep by Ellie Marney, I think. I saw Allie, she got this book and she read it and she really liked it, and it's about how this girl, her mom was killed by a serial killer, and I think she's like trying to investigate and get the serial killer. I've been wanting to read more thrillers recently. And then the last book I have, I'm literally the most excited about, because if you've seen my, I think it was my June reading wrap up, I loved this book so much that I cried, and it is Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer. I literally love this book so much that I bought it, and I was so excited that it was on Book Outlet, and I love the cover. Beautiful. I mean, just go watch my reading wrap up for this book. I loved it so much. I also found out there's a duology coming. I don't know if it's going to be a series, but I know there's another book coming out in September, and I also might have already pre-ordered it, and I'm really excited for it. This is one of my favorite fantasy books, like, of all time right now. Like, I love it. It's just such a special place in my heart. I think that is all of my books. That's a total of, how many books did I get? God, I don't know if I should count. 21 books. I bought 21 books. And I can't buy anything else anymore because I've spent all my money on books. Yep. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like book hauls, let me know. It'll give me an excuse to buy more books, even though I don't have room for them. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!